guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today we are going to do something a little fun again with our tarot cards. And the deck that I have with me today is the Frau Grand Duchess Tarot. Totally awesome deck. Definitely go check it out. I want to incorporate tarot with poetry. So poetry is something that I love to do. You know, I kind of started picking it up again after not writing some poetry for a while, but I used to just write poetry nonstop when I was a little bit younger, and especially when I was a really little kid. And there was at some point a point in time where I felt like I wanted to publish a book of poetry. But anyway, those of you, my poets, my writers, and creators out there, we are going to use our tarot deck as inspiration for writing poems. And so one of my favorite poems to write is called an It's Like poem, and I learned that style back in college. I had an emphasis in creative writing. You know, I was an English education major, and I used to take all sorts of classes. I took like screenwriting classes, I took short story classes, and just I took a couple of poetry classes. But my favorite poetry style is called It's Like. So basically, it's more like a stream of thought. You just keep going without really thinking too much. You just go, it's like this, it's like this, it's like, you know, whatever, it's like, and you just keep going down until you feel like your poem is coming to an end, and then you kind of finalize it. It's like, or then it's like, period, whatever it is. So I have my journal here, and I'm actually gonna write my poem inside here. Actually, pen courtesy of my best friend. But yeah, I'm gonna be writing my poem in here, and yeah, so I don't really have a particular subject in mind, and usually with an It's Like poem, there isn't a subject in mind. It just kind of starts to take shape on its own. You know, as soon as you get that first line, it just kind of starts to, like, it just rolls, it just goes, and then it like creates itself. So I want to go ahead and just pull some cards, and those are actually going to be my inspiration for the It's Like. I'm not going to create a poem that's quite as long as one I did before. I did one called Silence, and actually the hard copies of most of my poetry is at the school where I work, and I'm like thinking maybe I should have that at the house just in case, you know, like anything happens. And then I've lost like basically a good chunk of my poetry. The rest of it's kind of like in different journals and stuff, like all over this house. But okay, so what I want to do is I want to pull 4 cards to aid as my like inspiration to kind of get the ball rolling for this It's Like poem. So you could try an It's Like poem. You'll be able to watch me write it in just a second. But you know, if you like to write haikus, or you like to write pantoums, or you like to write acrostic poetry, like whatever it is that you like to do, you know, let tarot be your creative guide. Let tarot be your muse. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull those 4 cards. Whoop. Okay, well that was actually 3 cards, so we're gonna go ahead and pull one more card. Looks like this deck wanted to be rather talkative. Okay, so let's see, the first card we have the 5 of Wands. That's gonna be interesting. Then we have the 6 of Wands. And then we have the 2 of Swords. Okay. And then we have the King of Coins. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get to writing. All right, you guys, so that's it. So based on my poem of these 4 cards, in case you were unable to read my kind of chickadee scratch, the poem goes, it's like pain hidden so deep, darkness could never find it. It's like victories of the past, relics in time. It's like indecision, a fight with your worst enemy. It's like all the money in the world, but not a soul to share it with. It's like screaming only to be a whisper, bear a whisper. It's reaching out your phantom hand. Then it's like a soft fragrance lost to the wind. So very interesting kind of what comes out just kind of based on the tarot cards, and also maybe to kind of dig deep, like what's going on in my mind right now, you know. But anyway, I thought that, you know, this is just a really fun exercise. Let me know if this is something that maybe you already do. Do you use tarot cards and poetry? Or maybe if you do creative writing, you know, how do you use them? And maybe if this is something you do end up doing, then I would love to hear your poetry. You could always email me, tara@kittensweightsandtarot.com, or you can DM me on Instagram @kittensweightsandtarot. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in with something a little fun. Again, the deck that I was using was the Frau Grand Duchess Tarot. It's a totally awesome deck. I've had it for quite some time. But yeah, so that's it. Let me know what you guys thought, and if you dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding 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 notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. And not only do I have a lot of different readings over there, but also have my room and body sprays, my salves, my travel witch altar pendants, ancestral altar pendants, rainbow bridge pendants to honor your furry, feathery, scaly loved ones. I also have my Wally's World Oracle, which was community created and community funded. Oh, and I have my bracelets there too. And you could sign up for my newsletter, which is absolutely free. I send it out on the 1st of every month. So as I'm recording this, the 1st was yesterday. So I just sent out the September newsletter. But if you want to sign up for the future newsletter, which would be the October 1st newsletter, you can sign up. And it's got tons of like DIY, witchy DIY goodness, like YouTube channels that I'm watching, crystals that I'm using, decks that I'm using, tea that I'm drinking, etc. etc. So if that interests you, definitely sign up, and I only hit your inbox once a month. And if you want to throw a little love my way, think about joining the KWT tribe over at patreon.com/kittensweightsandtarot. I do my monthly live chats over there. I do my monthly readings. I have like monthly crystal grids and weekly channeled guidance and weekly crystal goodies. Yeah, so if that interests you, definitely go check it out. And that's it for me, spiritual homies. I will catch you later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.